Hi, 6th grade students. Today we are going to be completing a lab, so let's start with our typical start to our day. First off, you should have the following on the screen written in your table of contents. If you have not done so, please pause to do this and press play to begin again. Next, I'm going to fix my typo here. We are going to do some vocabulary, so flip over to your vocabulary. You can see that we have quite a few today, so many that they're struggling to fit on the page. So we're going to do 4 words today. The first word is physical change. Definition: changes the look of matter but does not turn the matter into a different substance. In other words, the object looks different but is the same matter you started with. Press pause to get this in your vocab. Press play to begin again. Alright, so we need to think about what does this mean. It changes the look, but does not turn the matter into a different substance. The fact that it is not different matter is the key words here. So let's go ahead and circle, does not turn the matter into a different substance. We need to find the comparable thing in the in other words. So pause and talk at your table. What would you circle from the in other words that matches does not turn the matter into a different substance? Hopefully you've got same matter. So when we change an object physically, it may look different, it may seem different, but at its core it's the same matter. Our second word is the opposite, chemical change. Definition: changes the look of matter and changes the matter into a different substance. In other words, the object looks different and there is new matter made. Press pause to get this in your vocab. Press play to begin again. Alright, so we are going to circle in definition and in other words what makes a chemical change different from a physical change. So here in our definition, the fact that it changes the matter is really key. It does change it into a different substance. So please circle changes the matter. In other words, then, we need to find the comparable form. So think about the object looks different and there is new matter made. At your table, talk about what means changes the matter into a different substance and circle it. Hopefully you've circled new matter made. So in a physical change, it looks different. At its core, it's the same stuff. Water is still water, whether it's ice, water, or steam. However, in a chemical change, we've made new things. Might be a color change, might be bubbles that weren't there before, some type of gas has been let off. Different things come from a chemical change. Maybe I've got rust now when I add metal and water and air. Rust is not apparent in either of those things. Put them together and rust becomes new matter. Our third word is state change. Definition: an object changes between a solid, liquid, and gas, but the matter stays the same. In other words, when an object melts, freezes, or evaporates. Press pause to get this in your vocab. Press play to begin again. Alright, so we are going to have a few things in our definition. We are going to underline our 3 states of matter so far: solid, liquid, and gas. Please have those 3 things underlined. But we need to know if a state change is a physical change or a chemical change. So we are going to circle matter stays the same. And I want you to think about, does that mean it's a physical change or a chemical change? So in our definition, we have underlined and we have circled. We're going to leave the in other words blank in terms of circling and underlining because I want to talk about those when I come back. Our last vocabulary word today is solubility. It's a fun one to say, and it's one that 6th graders sometimes trip up. So I want you to practice saying it as a class. Solubility. Solubility. The definition is a powder dissolves into a liquid, but the matter stays the same. In other words, sugar mixes with water. Or in other words, sort of an example this time. Press pause to get this in your vocab. Press play to begin again. In our definition, we are going to underline what it means and then circle what's going to help us know if this is a physical change or a chemical change. So we're going to underline powder dissolves into a liquid. That tells us what solubility is. We're going to circle matter stays the same because that's going to guide our thinking into whether this is a physical change or a chemical change. All right, so we have our vocab done. Next up, the next video, we'll talk about our lab today. Have fun!